A lack of AI governance is going to cause a lot of companies a lot of headaches over the next few months. So we already know that 60 to 70% of staff are using AI tools. They've probably had no training on it. There is no governance in place. There are no frameworks in place or regulations within the business for how they should use it. The problem is they're getting really good results from it. I've spoken to a lot of people who are in this situation where they are using AI tools. They've not been trained on them. They've picked them up themselves. They're third-party public tools often. And they're getting lauded by their bosses for this rise in productivity and the rise in the results they're getting. But the company itself has no AI framework in place, no AI governance. So the staff members are doing it and not telling anyone. And we know this is happening all the time in businesses, that people are using these tools and then they're not passing that information up the chain that they've been using this way. For companies, this is a major issue, and I can't emphasize enough how bad this can be for you as a business. Yes, your productivity goes up with your team and you want to be using these tools, but without giving them the frameworks and the training, you start to very rapidly run into issues. GDPR is going to be a huge issue, just as if you have staff members putting GDPR sensitive data into any public software that's available. If your team suddenly downloaded a load of freeware off the internet and installed it on your office computers, your IT team would probably go insane. But because they're often using these public platforms, they've not been configured properly to be secure and for business use. They're often available on mobile phones, and they do see such good results. The staff members are using them. So we've got GDPR problems. There are potential legal issues around using them. And there's also the problems that if someone hasn't been trained how to use these tools properly, can they guarantee the results they're getting are correct? AI tools often hallucinate. They can work on incomplete data or not give you the full picture. And if team members are being pushed and are using these two tools as a result, they probably aren't going through a process themselves saying, how can I safely use this? They're just trying to get the result. There's also issues around data security and particularly input data quality. So if you have a third-party tool that you're accessing, you don't really know what the source data it's building its answers from and what using for its models. Someone else could be deliberately polluting that data. They could figure out your team are using it and find a way to pollute the data source on it. You don't know what data your team are putting into it. Are they putting complete data in? Are they putting partial data in? Are they making assumptions and putting certain data in around that, or even assumptions on the output? So AI governance needs to be top of every business's list, to be honest. Your teams are already using it. If you don't have the governance process in place, you don't know how they're using it or exactly what they're using it for, and that is introducing huge risk.